it is so wonderful to be here with you today. Thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Of course. So you are a household name. Everyone, I think, knows you've had a successful modeling career. What made you want to take the leap into entrepreneurship?
I think I always felt a really strong passion for it. Obviously, I come from a family of a bunch of entrepreneurs, so I think it felt really natural for me. I felt like I was in a place in my modeling career as it was like coming up on maybe 9, almost 10 years where I was just really ready for something new. And obviously I was a fan as a consumer of tequila. My mom and my dad drank it all the time growing up, and then, you know, as I got older and I would start drinking it, I kind of was like tasting different tequilas, loving different tequilas, kind of just loving the space, again, as a consumer, not knowing too much about the ins and outs of it, and found myself really passionate about it. I found partners and founders that also really wanted to be a part of the space. We then grew, obviously, we didn't know much about making tequila, so we had to find the experts and grew our team from there. And my hand is pretty much in every aspect of the business.
A lot of first-time founders, the thing I hear the most often is like, I feel this imposter syndrome as a young founder. For you, I feel like it's times 100 because you're in the public eye. Did you ever feel like, can I be this founder? Am I going to be judged? Can I step into this?
I think there's a lot of pressure being one in the spotlight, but then also obviously running a business of your own. I'm a big affirmations person, so I'm always trying to talk up to myself and talk kindly to myself, and those affirmations genuinely help me get through those moments of imposter syndrome.
How do you stand out, and what is the Kendall brand that you're trying to go for?
I feel like since I was a kid, I kind of always was a little different. I was always kind of sportier, and I just think that my path led me here, and I think that it feels really fitting for me, and I really enjoy it.
Your family is really, you know, synonymous with business. How do you navigate that dynamic?
It's so funny you ask, because obviously my mom is my mom, but she's also my manager. So we have moments like when we're talking on the phone and we're talking about business and we're like maybe having a heated conversation about something, and then all of a sudden she's like, okay, I love you, how are you feeling today? And I'm like, oh my God, like, yeah, you're my mom too. Like, and then we'll go talk about something else, like a bad day or whatever, very mom stuff, mom-daughter related things. So we have our moments, but at the end of the day, I think we're really good at compartmentalizing. I think all of us are. We're all pretty pro, not to toot our horns, but we're pretty pro, and I think we get the separation between like work, fam time, and business time, and all those things.
That makes sense. You know, famous families, they come and go, but none has really had the viral staying power that your family has. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I guess there's something. I mean, it's like hard for me to answer that question, but we're wild and we're funny and we're crazy, but at the same time, I think the main energy behind it all is love, and we just like have so much love for each other. We stand by each other, and I think that maybe that's it. I can't really fully answer the question.
No, that's a good thought.
I guess that's what I try and equate it to.
818 is definitely your big business, but the other business I think is you as Kendall. How do you decide which brands and posts to be sponsored, or who do you decide who to work with?
I find myself to be a very intentional person. So anytime I'm like working with a brand or creating a brand or just doing something that is genuinely me, obviously everything has to feel super authentic to me, but again, super intentional. Like I don't want to do anything that doesn't align with my vibes or my morals or my feelings, and things that really make me feel good and make me feel like getting excited to wake up in the morning. And I had to work to get to that place. It wasn't always that easy. I can't just say yes and no to everything. I can't say no to a lot of things, especially 10 years ago when I was starting. You know, it was a lot of yeses and a lot of not only feeling grateful to be in that position, but just feeling like, you know, I wanted to build up my portfolio and my career and all the things. But now I think I have the blessing of being able to say, okay, does that align with me? And I wake up a really happy person because of that.
If you could go back in time and tell your younger self something before Keeping Up with Kardashians premiered, what would you say to the Kendall then? What advice would you have?
I think advice would be stop and smell the roses when you can, as cheesy as that sounds. But I would also tell her that, like, enjoy the ride. It's gonna be like a beautiful one.